Hi, I'm Judy. Welcome to Go with Yin Yoga, and today is Yin Yoga at the wall, as you may have guessed. So you need some padding. You need your mat to come out from the wall, perpendicular to the wall, and maybe some padding. I'm going to suggest a bolster and maybe a couple blocks. That's completely optional, really. So go ahead and come into an easy seated position on your mat to begin with. And just begin to let go of whatever came before this moment. In fact, the intention I am offering for today's practice, besides the fact that it's going to strengthen the connective tissue in your low back, around your pelvis, somewhat in the hips, is becoming aware of fear, really. This is a water element yin yoga practice at the wall. And fear is the emotion that is associated with the water element. So we first have to become aware of it. Sometimes we're not even aware of it. We will be practicing just a few postures. We will practice a couple of energy exercises. But to begin with, just arrive on your mat. Let go of whatever happened before you got here. Begin to tune into your body, letting it soften. Maybe roll your shoulders up and back a little bit, getting out any tensions you may feel. Allowing your forehead to soften. Allowing your jaw to release. Excuse me. Maybe even taking your hands to your heart for a moment. And just begin to notice your breath coming in and out through your nose. And just check in with yourself. How do you feel in this moment? Is there any fear that you need to be aware of? Is there another emotion you need to tune into? Continue on like that as I read this quote for you from Sadhguru. Fear is simply because you are not living with life. You are living in your mind. Your fear is always about what's going to happen next. That means your fear is always about that which does not exist. If your fear is about the non-existent, your fear is 100% imaginary. And just let that sink in for a moment. And relax your hands. Take them out in front of you. We're going to do a little tapping for fear. I am actually going through something right now, not so much fearful, but a little anxious. So I've been using this for a while. And you're going to take one hand, doesn't matter which, out in front of you. You're going to come approximately halfway between your wrist and the webbing of your fingers, in between your ring finger and your little finger. And you're just going to take 2 or 3 fingers and you're going to tap in that spot for about a minute. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And go ahead and switch hands. So again, between your wrist, the webbing of your fingers, about halfway in between your ring finger and your little finger. So right about here. And just begin to tap using 2 or 3 fingers. And we'll do this hand for a minute as well. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And go ahead and release both hands down to your knees or your thighs or your lap. And just take a moment here to notice how you feel. Notice if your energy has shifted at all. I'm going to come off of my bolster. You can always roll up some towels or blankets as well. I'll be using this later in this practice. Bring one hip towards the wall. Doesn't matter which one. And then you're just going to begin to come down to your mat and swing your legs up onto the wall. And just kind of shimmy as close to the wall as you can get. Bring your soles of your feet together. Allow the knees to come out to either side. If this feels uncomfortable for you, you can take a couple blocks and put it underneath your thighs. So this is butterfly pose at the wall. And just notice if you can be in this moment, right here, right now. Breathing in and out through your nose now. Maybe you begin to slide your feet a little closer to your groin, getting to target a bit more of the kidney meridian. It's one of the organs associated with the water element. Maybe that doesn't feel good for you. Maybe you stay exactly where you are. If your mind has wandered off and you're wondering, thinking about, what am I going to have to eat next? When is she going to be done? See if you can bring it back into your body and back into your breath. Notice what your breath is doing. It'll be long, slow breaths in and out through your nose. The last couple of breaths here. And reach underneath your thighs, bring your knees back towards each other. An option, if you'd like, to press into your feet, lift your hips, and bring a bolster or some blankets or some towels underneath your sacrum. You can also do this without a bolster or anything, and you just wiggle yourself as close to the wall as you can get. We're going to take a brief rebound, which is a little pause to notice any shifts in your body and your energy in legs up the wall. And the last couple of breaths here. And then slowly begin to slide your feet out to either side, allowing your legs to open up. And don't go as deep as you can into this posture right away. This is Dragonfly at the wall. This is a pose that may feel difficult sometimes when you are in a seated position. But when you take that gravity out of it, it may feel a little easier, and that's why I love practicing at the wall. And maybe allow your legs to come out a little bit more. And maybe you stay exactly where you are. Check in with your body. See what it wants to do in this moment right now. Allow your body to melt into its supports, the props, and the ground. Let go of doing and embrace being. Last couple of breaths here. And then take your hands to your outer thighs. Slowly begin to bring your feet back towards each other, maybe roughly hip distance apart. And legs up the wall is actually our next posture. If you're on a bolster, you can remain right here or not, your choice. And maybe take your attention to the low back area. Maybe visualize those kidneys, those adrenals. Maybe visualizing some bright white healing light bathing that area. Or maybe alternatively, visualize some white, bright healing light coming in through the soles of your feet, going down through your legs, into your digestive system. And it's always your choice to use one of the visualizations I offer. That's all it is. It's an offering. It's your practice. And relax your face, your jaw. Notice anywhere in your body that you may be holding on tension by contracting muscles, and see if you can just take your breath to that area and allow it to soften. Last couple of breaths here. Although we are moving into our final posture, Savasana, so if you'd like to stay in legs up to the wall longer, you are perfectly welcome to. If not, go ahead and bend your knees. You have something underneath even if you don't have something underneath your sacrum. Bend your knees, push into the wall, lift your hips. Slide whatever props you have underneath you out from under you. Gently lower those hips and allow your legs to come down. And take whatever Shavasana feels right in your body today, laying on your back, staying in legs up the wall, laying on your stomach, on your side, whatever feels right to you. And then go ahead and begin to allow your eyes to soften or close. And bring your attention back to the intention you set at the beginning of this practice. Mine was an offering to become aware of your fears. That's the first step with fear. So often we hold on to anxiety and fear. We're not even aware that we're doing it, but our body tells us when we're doing it. Maybe it's a stiff neck, maybe it's a headache, maybe it's a very tight upper body. And just allow yourself to begin to really sink into your props and the floor. And I'm going to read that quote from Sadhguru that I read at the beginning. Fear is simply because you are not living with life. You are living in your mind. Your fear is always about what's going to happen next. That means your fear is always about that which does not exist. If your fear is about the non-existent, your fear is 100% imagined. And relax in silence, giving yourself this time just for yourself until you hear me speak again. Invitation to stay where you are for as long as you'd like. But if you need to move on with your day, begin to allow your breath to deepen. I'm offering just a few questions for you before you move out of Savasana. And these are questions you can ask yourself in any yoga practice, at any moment in any yoga practice. Where is your mind right now? What could you do to allow yourself to just be? How do you feel emotionally, physically, in this moment, right now? Begin to take any small moments you need. Begin to move back into your day, and in your own time, in your own way, bring yourself back to a comfortable seated position. Inhale, take the palms of your hands together in front of your heart. Slightly bow your head over your hands. Eyes are unfocused or closed. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from pain and suffering. And may you be in each moment as it unfolds. Slowly blink your eyes open, taking in your mat. And then raise your head. Allow your hands to come down. Take one last little exercise for you to do to help you go out into your day. A good exercise to do whenever you are anxious or fearful and you need to calm down. I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. Sort of. I'll just turn around completely. You're going to take your hands to the back of your head, approximately behind your eyes, so a little bit above the ears, and just press. Breathe in and out through your nose. This can be done in a laying down position as well, with maybe a couple of blankets or towels underneath your arms so you can completely relax into this. Feel free to stay longer, but if not, go ahead and release that point. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you. Thank yourself for showing up and giving yourself the time you need to just be, to calm down, to be in the present moment, and be aware of your fear and where it's showing up in your body. If you enjoyed this practice, please go ahead and click the like button so I can bring free Yin Yoga to more people. And if you'd like to practice with me again, go ahead and click the bell, the bell and the subscribe and the bell. And after this, or about this time, you'll see something pop up on your screen. It is a playlist that will, when I'm done, this is the first one, have all the videos in this series. They're all going to be wall Yin Yoga, and they're going to take you through all 5 elements and the emotion that is felt, that is associated with each of the elements. So I hope you'll check that out. and have a great day.